Hi, everyone. I want to thank you for watching this short Black Friday event video. I'm going to get right into it. What I'm going to be talking about today are the three trading apps, the three most powerful trading apps that are responsible for every single trade I make, and that's without exception. Sometimes I'll even use all three apps on a single trade. Most of the time it's one or two. Sometimes I'll use all three trading apps in the process of making a single trade. That should convey to you just how important these trading apps are to me. Now, the normal cost of these trading apps for a trade partner, it's $997 a year. For PDS Trader, it's $997 a year. And then for Season Stocks, it's $997 a year. Each are autonomous. You do not need one for the other, but you can definitely combine them for a very, very powerful trading suite of tools. Now, a 1 year subscription to all three of these would cost you $2,991. If you were to subscribe to them for 3 years, you're talking about a cost of $8,973. So, what I want to do for this Black Friday event is I want to give all three of these trading tools to you, not for a year, not for 3 years, but for lifetime. Lifetime access to all three trading tools, not for a year subscription price, but for less than what it would cost you for a single year to subscribe to all three of these trading apps. So my Black Friday event is lifetime access to all three trading apps for a single payment of $1,997. You will not find better value for trading apps in the industry. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes just quickly going over each trading app so you can see just how powerful they are and why I rely on them for every single trade that I make. So the first one I'm going to be talking about is PDS Trader. And PDS Trader finds the best trades for almost any option strategy, whether it be credit spreads, diagonal spreads, butterflies, condors, you name it, and everything in between, and combinations of everything in between. It will help you find the best opportunities for whatever strategy you are interested in trading. It will also help you customize option strategy trade searches. So we have several pre-made option strategy trade finders within PDS Trader so that when you subscribe to PDS Trader, you'll have access to a certain group of these trade finders, and you can customize all of those trade finders as well. It's just with a few clicks of the mouse. There's no programming. You can also start from scratch and create your own customized trade finder without any programming. It can happen. You can literally create a customized strategy in PDS Trader in a matter of about 10 minutes. In addition to that, PDS Trader also has very flexible risk graphs or projection graphs. If you are familiar with option spreads to any length, you understand the power and the importance of these risk graphs, especially when it comes to planning out trades or creating what-if scenarios. And these risk graphs are the most flexible in the industry, and you can create endless what-if scenarios through these risk graphs. So you can plan out a trade or a series of trades or a group of trades in order to put together your overall portfolio. This is absolutely critical if you're going to use option spreads or trade option spreads the way I trade option spreads, which I'll talk about here in just a second. Now, I use PDS Trader extensively to help me find the best trades for these are group of strategies: hyper option trade opportunities, C4 trade opportunities, option insanity trades, crazy calendar trades, cash flow spreads, and super dividend trades, just to name the main ones that I'm using PDS Trader for right now. And to give you an idea of the value of this, hyper option trade opportunities are trades with super high probabilities producing significantly above average returns. And just to give you an idea of just how high the probabilities are with this particular approach and the opportunities that PDS Trader helps me find with this approach, my current actual trade winning streak is at 42 winners in a row, and that's not even my record. My record is 57, and that record is in danger of being beat right now. Over the next month or so, I could actually eclipse that record. We'll see what happens. But just one decent trade with the hyper options approach can pay for the entire Black Friday lifetime special. That's how powerful this approach is. That's how powerful PDS Trader is. Just one single trade can do that. To give you an idea of just how valuable this is, thanks to PDS Trader, I found a trade that carried a 99.81% probability of success of making $1,800. 99.81% probability. That is not a typo. That's not hype. Though that is an actual probability given to me by a third party platform, and it is accurate. And in fact, this particular trade is, I still have it working right now. This particular trade is up $600, and the market has actually made a favorable move, and it is now registering as a 100% probability of success of making the entire $1,800. That is from Interactive Brokers. Again, I'm not making that up. That's how close that is to 100%. It won't even register the 99.99% of probability on this particular trade. And I would not have found this without PDS Trader. Another strategy that I use PDS Trader for extensively is what I call crazy calendar trades. We've had a really, really good 2 or 3 months of these trades as the market as SPY and the stock indexes have been moving up. And this is a trade I currently have on right now. Again, actual trades. I don't do hypotheticals. This is actual trade. And this trade, if I were to hold on to it until expiration, which would be next Friday, it has a 90% probability of success with no risk to the downside. Now, most of these I don't hold on until the absolute end of the trade, and I actually have a much higher probability of making money on this trade by exiting a little bit early. And so that's kind of a worst case scenario. And you can put these trades on week in and week out. And with a 10 lot, and this is what you see here is a 1 lot. So there's no risk to the downside. There's very little risk to the upside, and the market has to make a significant move to the upside to realize that risk. And the profit peak is over $500. So if the market moves up and closes at around 365-ish by next Friday, it's going to actually be at the profit peak. Again, I'm not going to hold it until that point, but that is the potential of this trade. And if you do a 10 lot of this trade as an example, a 10 lot has the ability to pay for 2 Black Friday lifetime specials alone. That's how powerful PDS Trader is. Again, I would not even have known to look for these opportunities if it were not for PDS Trader. Another quick little plug on another strategy is option insanity trades. There are some great option insanity trades in general, but I love using option insanity trades as a hedge to a stock market downturn. So if you have a long stock portfolio, you want to hedge it to some degree. It's a partial hedge with a really, really high probability trade, so that if the market doesn't move down, you're still not going to lose, or you're not going to lose very much at all. Then I would look at option insanity. This is an actual trade that I have on. Again, I don't do hypotheticals. Actual trade right now. And at the time that I placed it, the market was trading around 352, 353, and so it was a little bit lower than it is since the market has moved up, and I'm going to end up making about $30. This actually ends on the day that you're watching this video. I'll end up making about $30 unless the market moves back down to around 351. But at the time that I traded, if the market would have made a significant move down, from that point on, I would have made about $400, $450 on this trade. And so I use it for hedge trades, again, thanks to PDS Trader. And one of the things that PDS Trader does is it will show you all the risk graphs for all the opportunities. So in this particular example, there's about 100 of them. And so I can just take a look at the risk graphs for all 100 and just scroll until I see the one or group of trades that is exactly the way the one I want to take. This is a tremendous, tremendous feature. Again, no other trading tool on the planet does this for you. Okay, so that's just a quick look at PDS Trader. I have dozens of windows open on PDS Trader at any given time. That's how much I use it, and it is by far the most used trading tool I have. And I've only scratched the surface of how PDS Trader can reveal incredible trading opportunities, and you'll get lifetime access to this tool through this Black Friday event. Again, no maintenance fees, no renewal fees, no new version fees. Plus, we're revamping it from the ground up, latest technology, adding some great features and benefits, and you'll have automatic access to that release. You won't have to pay a penny for it by getting involved in the Black Friday event. The next tool I want to talk about is season stocks. Again, season stocks is one of those you're not going to use it as much, but you're going to want, especially if you trade stocks, if you're in stocks at all for any reason, trading any type of strategy, you're going to want a copy of season stocks. You would not believe how many trades that season stocks has prevented me from taking because of the seasonal of that trade. So it's not just good for finding good trades, it's also good for keeping you out of maybe some lower probability trades. And so season stocks provides the best seasonal opportunities for all stocks, and then some of them actually have a 95% accuracy rate. Some of them a couple of them better than that. The trades are sorted by current week, so you can always see what's available right now. And if you're interested in one, you can click on that one and it'll give you an extensive report provided for every single opportunity. And then you can also customize search for any stock or your favorite stock or ETF or any trade that some other strategy may be saying, hey, we're gonna take a long position in this particular stock. You can go back and reference the seasonal, and you can say, you know what, maybe I should wait another couple of weeks, or maybe I shouldn't do it at all, or maybe I should absolutely do it because it's also a strong seasonal coming up. I can't tell you how valuable these seasonals are. Most traders don't realize how much seasonality influences the movement of stock. Now, it's not the holy grail. It is not necessarily the only thing that's going to influence the price movement of stocks, but it is a strong influence. Plus, one solid trade could pay for the entire Black Friday lifetime special as well. Here's a trade that we're in currently right now. Again, this trade is up $1,400 if you're in the stock. If you're in an option, it's actually up more than that. Nonetheless, this particular seasonal opportunity begins at the end of October and ends at the beginning of December. So it's either going to end today or on Monday or Tuesday. Really, there's no wrong answer on this. It's got a $1,400 profit, so there would be nothing wrong with taking that $1,400 profit right now. Nonetheless, look at this winning percentage over the last 20 years, 95%. The profit factor, if you know what the profit factor is, and you've looked at strategies that have profit factors of 2 and 3 or 3.5, this is 170. And you know why? Because the one single year that this lost, it only lost $6.30 on a $1,000 investment. That is nothing. The average profit on a $1,000 investment is $53. So that's a 5.3% return over the course of 1 month. This one strategy, this one stock alone has the ability to almost beat the broad market return, annual broad market return every year. That's how powerful these opportunities are, and there are many, many like it. Now, again, it's not the holy grail. So I'm going to show you one that we've done for many, many years. I've been talking about this one since 2014, and it's worked every single year. And last year, we saw, again, the market made a nice $20 move to the upside during the buy period, which is basically in January, mid-January, and then you get out towards the end of March, beginning of April. So that was last year, but what happened this year during the pandemic? Because this is a trade that was right in the pandemic. Well, you see where the buy zone is, and sure enough, the market made a nice move up through about the middle of February. In fact, it made about a $20 move up during that time period. You certainly have the ability to protect profits at that point or whatnot. But if you didn't, let's say you held on until the end of the seasonal trade, the market, of course, the pandemic hit, and the market began to come down. Almost all stocks began to come down. This one did not come down as much. Even at the bottom, from the top to the bottom, it did not come down as much as the broad market. And look, we were here in from about 210, and the market moved up to about 235-ish, 236, and then it dropped down all the way to about 164, 162, somewhere around there. And of course, it bounced very, very volatile at the height of the pandemic. But if you would have held on to it until the end date of the trade, which would have been at the beginning of April, you're looking at exiting at about 196-ish. So you're talking about getting in at 210 and exiting at 196 in the middle of the pandemic. It was only down less than 7% by following the rules. So this is it wasn't a winner this year. This is the only year that it has not won since the year 2000. And if you look at the stock right now, it's actually trading at 330. So seasoned stocks often, not always, but often fall less than the broad market if there's a stock market crash or a significant downturn, and their recovery is often better than the broad market. And so that I wanted to give that as just a quick example. With the season stocks, I give you a video providing tips and secrets on how to find the most explosive seasonal opportunities, the highest probability seasonal opportunities, and I also talk about traps to stay away from because not every seasonal statistic means that there's actually a seasonal opportunity. So I talk about that extensively. I also give you access to Ryan's Super Seasonal Playbook, revealing my top 25 seasonals that I look at every year. That is in the middle of being updated right now, so you'll get the most recent one, but you're going to get the brand new one that comes out in the middle of December for 2021. And 2021, by the way, looks like it's going to be a great year for seasonals once we get past the massive impact of the pandemic. Okay, so then let's go to Trade Partner. Trade Partner, again, is a trading platform, and we focus on something a little bit different in Trade Partner than most trading platforms. We focus on conditional order placing. And so because of this, it's a trading platform that is literally designed to be your trading partner. It will actually watch the market and watch for various conditions and then place orders when those conditions are met, and so you don't have to be in front of the screen. So it watches the market so you don't have to. It does this through smart orders, which is a feature that allows you to plan various conditional trade orders. So, for example, if order 1 is filled, then place order 2. And if order 2 is filled, then place order 3. Or if order 3 is filled, then cancel order 4. And most traders don't even realize how powerful that is. I'll talk about that here in a second. But it also does what's called smart fills, and this is a function that makes sure that you get the best fills possible. And then there's Smart Share, which allows you to either share your trades or allows you to follow other traders. And so there's a social aspect to Trade Partner, and that's a very, very unique feature as well. So let me talk a little bit about how the contingent order or the conditional order placing works. So here's a trade that I placed based on my order conditions. And the conditions were very simple. I want to place order 1, and then I don't want to place order 2 until order 1 is filled. So instead of sitting here and watching the market and waiting for order 1 to get filled, I can go ahead and set Trade Partner up to watch it for me. And so once order 1 is filled, then it will automatically place order 2 instantly. And then I can say if order 2 is filled, then place order 3, and it will do the same thing. And I can do that endless string, almost an endless string of conditional orders like that. And I don't have to be in front of the screen at all. And this is the type of trade that you can put together by that process. This is a risk-free projection trade that if the market moved down, it was going to make $200. If the market moved up, it was unlimited. And the minimum gain projection was about $50 on this particular trade. And it's all because I built the trade through this conditional order process. So it's very, very powerful. I can then share this order file with other trade partner users. And so if you want to subscribe to a particular strategy that I'm trading, you can subscribe to the strategy and you'll get the trade partner files, the smart order files that has all this set up for you, and you can just turn it on if you'd like. One of the other things that I frequently use trade partners for is to set up what I call zero risk calendar spreads. And I do this by legging into one side, so place order one, and then once it's filled, place order two at the same price that order one was filled at. And then once that process finishes, I repeat it. And I repeat it as many times as it will complete the process. And this particular process is what I call profit stacking. And you can do it with, and you can't do it with any other platform. This is the only platform you can do it with. And this is an example where I stacked 20 different calendar spreads, 20 calendar spreads, zero risk calendar spreads before the process stopped. And the profit potential on this particular trade was above $3,000. So here's the deal again. One single week of successfully profit stacking risk-free calendar spreads can pay for the entire Black Friday lifetime special. That's how powerful Trade Partner is. And if you're interested in learning how to profit stack these risk-free calendar spreads, I'm going to actually be doing a presentation webinar on December 17th entitled Profit Stacking Risk-Free Calendar Spreads. All right, real original, but that's what it is. No one's going to show you how to do this. No other platform will allow you to do this. And all Black Friday members will have access to this webinar absolutely free as a bonus. It's a $497 value. It's actually valued much, much more than that because once you start stacking these, it doesn't take but a few good weeks to really hit a few windfalls on this. So Trade Partner, very, very, very powerful trading platform. It's something that is gaining in popularity significantly because of the unique features and functionalities that it does, and the more people that learn the power behind these processes and the opportunities that are uncovered because of these processes, the more that there is going to be demand for it. So Black Friday is the only time I offer lifetime access to all three trading apps for a single payment of $1,997. And you can call Spring, or you can either order from the page of this video, or you can call Spring 918-203-7547. This is not a great business model. I've offered this for the last couple of years on the Black Friday event, and I may or may not offer it next year. This may be the last Black Friday event where I offer lifetime access to these three trading tools for this price. But I'm only going to offer it to 100 traders. So once the 100 traders is up, it will end. And this is not a sales gimmick. When we hit 100 traders, I will turn it off. And so it is something that we do have to limit access to. And again, there's no subscription fees, there's no upgrade fees, there's no renewal fees. It is truly lifetime access to these trading tools. Now, at some point, here's the bottom line. You're going to want to rely on your trading for income. And you're going to want to not be reliant on a job. And you're not going to want to rely on the government. You're not going to want to rely on the economy. And you're certainly not going to want to rely on the end of a pandemic. Now, this one's going to end, but the precedent has been set. And that's just the fact of the matter. And the next time we have one, it's going to be this all over again. So now is the time to get on board with the Black Friday special lifetime offer and begin your journey to trading for a living now. Prepare now so that when these things happen again, you will be able to rely on very high probability trades through this process. Again, call Spring 918-203-7547. This is my daughter. You can see that I have done a good job of whipping her into shape, so she will definitely take care of you. And just ask for the Black Friday deal. She'll know what you are talking about. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I will look forward to you becoming a Black Friday lifetime member.